Welcome to the Make Me Whole podcast, where we explore what it means to just live better. I'm your host, Josette Rosado, proud Latina and licensed therapist, bringing that unique perspective to the conversation. So whether you're looking to deepen your relationships, improve your mental health, or simply just find more joy, this is where you need to be. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about anger and how to start expressing it in a healthy way. I have gotten angry in my life, obviously. We get angry quite often, right? But I can recognize that there have been times in my life where I've been so angry, I literally couldn't see straight. I've been so angry that my heart pounded and my fists clenched, and I just was focused on wanting to hurt as much as I was feeling hurt. And I honestly never want to be in that place, but I recognize that it's possible. Anger is normal. It's a normal emotion that we all experience. But I think what's important is how we learn how to manage it. So today we're going to talk about why healthy anger expression is important, how to express anger in a safer and healthier way, and what to do when anger becomes unmanageable. Okay, let's start by understanding what anger actually is. It's a natural response to a perceived threat, injustice, or frustration. When we're angry, our body releases stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, which prepares us for that fight or flight. Anger can also be a result of fear, disappointment, or sadness. And there are different types of anger. Sometimes it's passive, sometimes it's assertive, and many times it's aggressive. Passive anger is when we hold on to the anger inside and don't express it. It's what I call the volcano. Assertive anger is when we express our anger in a healthy and respectful way, and not many of us do that. And of course, aggressive anger is when we express our anger in a way that's disrespectful, threatening, and harmful. We pull back our hair, rip off the earrings, and are ready to throw up hands. So why is it important to learn how to express anger in a healthy way? See, when we suppress our anger or express it aggressively, it's only going to lead to negative consequences like damaged relationships, physical health problems, or even legal problems. On the other hand, when we express our anger assertively, it can help us let people know what our needs are, set those boundaries, and we get to advocate for ourselves. So, how do you express anger in a healthy way? When we strive for assertiveness in our anger, it means that we're talking about our needs, our feelings. For example, instead of saying, "You always make me late," we can say, "I feel frustrated that when we're late, can we leave earlier next time?" Another technique is active listening, which means listening to the other person's perspective and validating their feelings. For example, if someone says they're angry because we didn't show up on time, we can say, "I understand you're upset. I'm sorry for making you wait." We can also use I statements to express how we feel without blaming the other person. Instead of saying, "You're so irresponsible," we can say, "I feel worried when you don't show up on time." These techniques can be applied in different ways for different situations, such as the workplace or relationships. For example, in the workplace, we can use assertiveness to negotiate for a better working condition. In relationships, we can use active listening and I statements to resolve conflicts. Unfortunately, not everyone expresses their anger in a healthy way. Some people express their anger aggressively, such as yelling, name-calling, or physical violence. Others express their anger passively, such as giving the silent treatment, avoiding conflict, or suppressing their feelings. The consequences of unhealthy anger expression can be severe. Aggressive anger can lead to physical harm, legal troubles, or damaged relationships. Passive anger can lead to resentment, depression, and anxiety. So if we find ourselves expressing our anger in an unhealthy way, what can we do? Well, one technique is to pause and take a deep breath before reacting. I find that oftentimes works for me, as I need to take a minute just to get my head together and focus my energies into what I want to get done in the moment. This can give us time to think and choose a healthy response. Another technique is to seek professional help, such as therapy or anger management classes. A trained professional can often help us identify our underlying causes of our anger and teach us healthy coping strategies. One of the things I learned in my own therapy was the thought of not compounding things. So it's kind of like an avalanche effect. I'm mad about one thing, and then I'll think of another thing that I'm also mad about, and then I'll add one more thing that I'm mad about, and I'm spiraling and talking about all 3 things, 4 things, 5 things, and it's this avalanche of emotions without processing what it is that's really making me angry in the moment. I've learned to kind of stop that, pick it apart, tell myself to pause, think about what I'm trying to get in that moment, and start focusing on action. See, coping with anger is important, not only for our own well-being, but also for the well-being of those around us if we are honest about it. There are so many healthy coping strategies we can use to manage the anger. One technique is mindfulness, which means being present in the moment and observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. Mindfulness can help us become more aware of our anger triggers and choose a healthy response. That's pretty much what I was mentioning earlier. Taking a time out within yourself just to say, what's going on right now and what is it that I'm trying to accomplish? Another technique is deep breathing, which means taking a slow, deep breath to calm your nervous system. And I'm not talking about just let me just breathe in a little bit and breathe out. I'm talking a full movement of your belly. We can also engage in physical exercise such as jogging or dancing to release pent-up energy and reduce stress. Now, if our anger becomes unmanageable, we shouldn't hesitate to seek professional help. A therapist or a counselor can provide us with those tools, and it's going to help us manage that anger in a significantly more healthy way. Anger is a natural human emotion that we all experience. But it's important for us to learn how to express it. Remember, healthy anger expression is going to help us identify and talk about our needs, set up boundaries, and really advocate for ourselves. Unhealthy anger expression is going to lead to those negative consequences like damaged relationships and possibly lead all the way up to legal problems. By using the techniques of assertiveness, active listening, I statements, and coping strategies like mindfulness, deep breathing, and exercise, we can learn how to be angry better and improve our mental, physical, and emotional well-being. So how do you manage anger? Is it effective? Are you a volcano waiting to explode? And how's that working out for you? Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Please feel free to reach out to us at mmwpodcast.net via email. You can also find us on TikTok and Instagram at Make Me Whole Podcast. Remember, you're in control of your own feelings and they're valid. No one can tell you whether or not you should feel angry or sad or anything negative. It's your response that's going to be important. So remember, complain less and do more. And I'll see you on the next one.